Hello and welcome to the Rambling Robin podcast. My name is Robin, and today I'm going to ramble a little bit about the things that I'd like to talk about. And today we're actually not doing an episode about Trolldom, the story that I'm currently writing and drawing and all the things. I'm creating a story called Trolldom. Look forward to it in the future. My episodes or my podcast is usually about my process or whatever I think about when it comes to this story. But today's episode, not so much. We might delve into it, but right now, I just want to talk about my newfound, I guess, hobby. Yeah, it's a hobby. I'm just going to go and say it's a hobby. Pokemon cards. Did you think that? Did you guess it? Did you guess it in the like 5 second time span from when I said hobby and then until I revealed it? Pokemon cards. I've started collecting Pokemon cards, and goddamn, isn't it's so much fun. I don't know why, but I'm having the time of my life. It's way too expensive. it's um, it's already cost me way too much money, and I kind of understand how people waste so much money playing mobile games now. Thinking like stuff like Genshin and stuff like that. You got to get to rare pull, right? So with the Pokemon cards, I'm just opening packs. I buy this like the booster boxes with 36 packs, like $200 or something, Swedish, or like in Swedish crowns, it converts to about $200 roughly, and that's not cheap. It's not cheap. I've only bought one booster box, but still, it's so much fun, and I can't slow down. I'm like everywhere. Like if I leave my house, I look everywhere. Like, oh, do they sell Pokemon cards? Maybe I can just buy one pack, because then it won't be as expensive if I just buy one at a time. I'll be able to save a little bit of cash. But I'm trying to hold myself back. I've bought like in the last 3 days. I think I've bought like 4 packs just being out and about. Actually, yesterday I went into Stockholm. I don't live in Stockholm here in Sweden. I live in a city close by. You don't need to know exactly where I live. But I went into Stockholm because of my head, actually. I went to a hair clinic to see if donate or not donating, if hair transplant was something that I could do, because I like having hair on my head, actually. You might not believe it based on how my hair looks right now if you're watching the video version. And if you're listening to the podcast, I can explain to you that I've shaved my head because they had a look at my head and like, you know what, you're gonna need a lot of grafts. Like, we're gonna need to take a lot of hair from your donor area, which is like the back of your head, and move them on top of your head, and you don't have enough hair back there for that to be a truly viable option. So we recommend that you basically just shave it off or let it like keep it as is and look like really shitty whenever someone looks from more than like a 90-degree angle at your head. 90-degree being like just in front of or back. So yeah, I shaved my head. But I went into Stockholm to do that, and after I felt a little bit down. I'm like, well, that store over there, I'm pretty sure they have Pokemon cards. So I went in there, spent like 10, 15 minutes just looking around, realizing that, oh yeah, if they have Pokemon cards, they probably sell them at the counter, because not pickpockets, because like just thieving little kids might just take them otherwise, right? So I went up there, I bought like 2 or 3 packs. They were all duds. I got no cool cards from those. But from my first, like the little booster box that I bought, I opened it on, I believe it was on Wednesday or Thursday. I opened it. It was on Wednesday, and it was just so much fun. I don't know why it's so much fun to just open a pack of Pokemon cards. You look at the little, like you do the little card trick where you open it and then you take the 4 cards from the back, put them in front, so the last card will all like 90% of the time be like the whoa, this is the coolest card, right? So I did that, and it was I had the time of my life, and now it's like I need to get that fix again, because it was so much fun getting those rare pulls and then getting like the ultra rare and the secret cards, and oh damn. And then of course there are like the expensive cards, like this card. If I find this card, I'll basically make my money back if I decide to sell it. That would be great. What if I pull 2 of those? Oh my god, I'll be making money out of nowhere. it is probably not going to happen, but you could dream, right? Basically fueling my own addiction, or my new addiction rather, with the addiction itself. It's like gambling. It's gambling. Which I guess maybe that's a reason. Like I still don't understand how it, like, kids get to buy this, but then again, most kids don't, like, they don't buy Pokemon cards because they want to collect them for the future, because any monetary gain or stuff like that. They just get them because they want the cool cards, and sometimes because they want to play the game. I still have not seen a single kid in Sweden since I was like 6 or 7, 8, 9. I don't remember how, like maybe 9 or 10, I guess, when I started doing the whole Pokemon card thing. Maybe it was earlier. Whatever. Ever since I started doing collecting Pokemon cards when I was a kid, we never played the game, because when you're a kid, like, we don't really know English that well. Even though we get taught English in school, like from like first or second grade, it takes a little while before you can just pick up a card and read it, right? We just look at the name, like, yeah, we can decipher the name, usually with a very Swedish accent to it, and then we trade the cards, right? The trading card game. We don't play. We don't play the actual game. I've never played a single round, and I've never seen a single round of like Pokemon the card game being played ever. And maybe I want to get into that. I don't know. From my understanding, it's sort of like Magic the Gathering, right? But more kid friendly rules, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just talking out of my ass. Whatever. Yeah, but that's the new thing that I'm into, and it's damn. I wish I just had more money. Maybe I'll do like I kind of want to do. I've watched a bunch of videos with people just opening, like, they get a booster box and then like, yeah, I'm gonna open all these Pokemon cards. We're gonna just look through it, and we're gonna be happy when we get something awesome, and when we don't get something awesome, it's still fun to just like the tension, like, ooh, what's the last card gonna be? Oh, okay, it's just a normal one. All right, cool, nice. Next pack, right? Until you get the cool card, and then like you get that little high for like 5 to 10 seconds, and then it just fades away, and then you open the next pack, right? But I feel like I might want to do that. It seems like a lot of fun to do that. One of my favorite things, like one of the things that I saw, I'm gonna look it up quickly here on YouTube, because I really, really enjoyed it. It was actually, it was an ASMR artist, actually. ASMR Pokemon cards. Let's see here. Yeah, so Blue Whisper on YouTube. She's been doing like just Pokemon like booster box openings or something, and she's doing it like ASMR. She just goes through the cards slowly, like, well, we got one of these cards, we got one of these cards, and the little crinkles you get when she's mucking around with the booster packages and everything. Oh, it's just it's part of what got me into it, and I think it was actually just last week on Thursday or Friday. I just saw somebody doing it on a stream, like on YouTube. I like stumbled by it, and like I watched it for like 5 seconds. I don't even think it was Pokemon cards. It was something else. It was like Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh. But then like, ooh, you know what? I want to buy Pokemon cards. And then of course I just went full the Tropic Thunder. And if you get it, you get it. I bought like an Elite Trainer box, so I have somewhere to store my cards, and it was fun. Like, I opened a few packs. All right, cool. And I got, I think I got one like rare card. Not rare, like super rare. It was a V card, like it was a Vespion, I think. It was like, oh, nice, neat, that's cool. And then I went online and I saw someone selling like 30 Pokemon cards for like $3. And then I bid on it, and I won. It cost me like $5. I got those, and like it's like, oh, the as soon as I opened like, or as soon as I got that Vespion in the first like Elite Trainer box thing, I knew like, oh my god, this is not gonna end well, or maybe it will. Who knows, right? So it was like I just got into it. Oof, just I want to keep going. I've ordered more Pokemon cards, but I really need like I need to reach a point somehow where I'll start slowing down, because this is like I'm gonna I need to save money because I'm still planning to move back to Tokyo for a working holiday, and it's gonna happen sometime very soon. Like at the earliest, I'll probably leave in April next year if I'm granted the visa, of course. But that remains to be seen. So, but because of that, I need to save up some cash, because I need to have like they require you to have a certain amount of money saved or like ready for when you go on this trip, just so that you don't like go there, you don't have any money, and then like you're basically running from the law when you get there or something. I don't know. Either way, that's another thing, I guess. I'm planning to move back to Tokyo. I don't know how that will work. I have this apartment. I'm gonna have to rent it out secondhand, and that's a whole like thing in and of itself here in Sweden, because when you do that, the person who rents the apartment can only stay for a certain amount of time, depending on what the landlord has decided, and they can't stay like indefinitely, because then everybody would just do that and keep their like and just have more apartments, right? So we'll see. That is like a whole different beast that I have to deal with when I decide, or when if I'm able to move back to Japan, because I really want to move back to Japan. I miss it so much. I listened to the what are they called, the Trash Taste podcast, and like they keep talking about life in Japan and everything, and I'm like, oh man, yeah, I missed that. Oh, it was so much fun. I remember doing those things. I remember going to just izakayas. Oh, izakayas. I miss it so much. I miss them so much. It's just something about being able to go out specifically to eat and drink. Like doing both of those at the same time is not really a thing in Sweden. You can go out to get like to eat, and then you'll have drinks with your food, but you don't like, you just have like one or two. But when I go out to drink, I want to get like maybe four or five. I want to get drunk. I don't want to get just inebriated. I want to like get drunk, have a fun time, like let loose, right? And that it's not really a thing here in Sweden, and people are like, I guess generally more like closed up here in Sweden compared to Japan, and like take that with a grain of salt, I guess, because it really depends on where you go here in Sweden. But in my hometown, most people, they just keep to their own groups and don't really blend as much unless you have like one common friend. But in Japan, and it might just be because I'm a foreigner there, like I'm the white guy, I'm the Swedish guy, I just like I meet so many, like I've met so many people just going out to an izakaya and like leaning over to the table next to us, like, hey, you guys want some shots or something, because they also seem to be having like just hanging out, having a good time. But here in Sweden, if I do that to the table next to us, first of all, it'll cost me like almost twice the amount just to get a shot here in Sweden. So it's not really a thing that I want to waste my money on, because I'll go bankrupt. And people, I don't know, they're not as trusting with just random strangers here in Sweden. I feel like to a degree, I feel like people in Japan that I met when I'm out drinking, they're more welcoming. Or I guess you could even say like there's a certain level of naivety to them, because they seem like most of them seem very trusting, almost to a fault, where like why are you, like, why would you let me buy you shots? You've never met me before. Kind of that thing, right? But I don't know, maybe because I'm just Swedish that I feel that way. Yeah. But yeah, I guess when I finally make it back to Japan, like, what will my plan be when I get there? Like, I want to get a job. Of course, if I go there on a working holiday, I most likely will be able to work at the English school that I used to work at, or like English conversational school. It's not like a school. It's more like people come there to take English classes in a way. It's, I don't know. I feel, I'm pretty sure they don't technically count as a school, but they still teach English. Either way. That's probably what I'll be doing if I go back there, but that's not a way for me to be able to stay in Japan. I need to find a vocation that's within the field that I've been educated in. Because even though I have basically 3 years of experience working as an English teacher in a Japanese company in Tokyo, the Japanese government is like, yeah, but did you work with this for 10 years? I'm like, no. Then you're not an expert, are you? So you can't stay here. And you're not educated with it. Like, this is, your education is in arts. You're a designer. You're an illustrator. Do that. And then we might let you stay. It's not even a guarantee if I do that. So yeah, I need to find a job as an illustrator or designer if I want to be able to work in Japan, or like, I guess like graphic design works as well, right? Design. There's something within that field is what I need to find. And when I go there, I'll basically have 1 year, like, and that's going to be stressful. I feel like it's going to be a lot, especially considering that I am not that confident in my Japanese skills. So I need to study those back up, and then I need to make sure that I can just have a conversation, that I can talk to like customers in a polite way and stuff like that. It's, oh my God, the more I think about it, the less confidence I have that I'll be able to stay there for more than a year if I ever go back. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. But that's Japan. I started talking about Pokemon. Pokemon in Japan. They also have Japanese Pokemon cards. I actually tried to buy, I was going to order some Japanese Pokemon booster packs from eBay, and I put I added them to like the checkout and everything, and then like, yeah, they need my card info and stuff. Like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. This was yesterday actually, and I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I go to bed, I wake up, I sit down at the computer, and then I go to the eBay page, I refresh it, and then it's like, your account has been permanently suspended because of suspicious activity that we deemed as possibly like dangerous to the community or something. And I'm like, what did I do? I don't understand. I put some things in the checkout, and I never got to the part where I was supposed to pay for it. So I'm doubting that's the reason. But I don't know what I did, and I'm like permanently suspended. I was like, but I wanted to, like, if I get some nice Pokemon cards that I'm gonna be able to sell, I want to sell them on eBay, because that's where the most people are. Like in general, I feel. I'm not even sure. I believe so. Like when I've been when I've been looking through eBay for just Pokemon cards in general, there seems to be a lot of bidders. But I guess we'll see. It's for the future to tell if they'll unban me or whatever. Maybe I'll have to make an alternate account. Who knows, right? I guess that's a possibility. But it's so strange. Like, what did I do? What was so suspicious? Is it that I left that, like, the last page open, like, overnight? But no, I actually turned off my computer. So I don't know what that was. I don't know what they thought happened. I did, like, I sent them an email, like, hey, what's going on? Why did you ban me? Because they even stated, like, when I looked through things, like we'll give you a reason, and the reason was like, you were suspicious, we thought you were dangerous. And I'm like, that doesn't help at all. That tells me nothing. It's nothing that I could do about you just being suspicious of me for doing nothing. So hopefully I'll find some kind of answer to that. They said they will be responding within 24 to 48 hours or something. So if I'm lucky, I'll have an answer sometime soon. Worst case scenario, yeah, I'll have to find other places to buy and sell Pokemon cards. If I even get to that point, like especially with selling Pokemon cards, because so far I've only bought Pokemon cards because I don't want to sell my Pokemon cards. They're awesome. They're cool. I've got a Venusaur. like not first edition, but like base set Venusaur, looking pretty cool. The holofoil is a little bit scratched up, but I have a Dark Blastoise. That guy's near mint, bro. He's got to be worth something, right? I used to have a Blastoise. Actually, when I was a kid, I had Blastoise and Dark Blastoise. I was so happy. Like, dude, I got that because Blastoise was my favorite Pokemon. Because when I bought the Pokemon game for Game Boy, Pokemon Blue. So when I bought Pokemon Blue, it was basically only because my friend bought Pokemon Red, and he's like, yeah, and then you need to buy Pokemon Blue so we can like trade the Pokemon that are not in each other's game. And I already have Red, and I'm like, damn, I wanted the one with the dragon. And this has basically shaped my favor for the color blue ever since. True story. Blue, water, stuff like that. Like blue. Ever since I was basically forced into that choice. Ever since then, I've been like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna go full. Like, I'm gonna lean into this. Blue is my favorite color. Everything blue, water type Pokemon. Yeah, fuck yeah, I love them. Fire type. Everything is fire. Who cares about fire? Am I right, people? Fire, everybody's fire. Fire always, it's like the base thing. It's like it's just so basic. Fire types. All right. Natsu in Fairy Tail. Oh, he's a fire guy. Wow, cool. Yeah, who saw that coming? The magician in the Magician Show has fire powers. Lame, if you ask me. But no, it was just something like my mindset, like from that point on, kind of developed into that kind of thing, like where I'm like, yeah, yeah, like Red. Why is everybody calling him Red when they talk about the original Pokemon games? Why can't it be blue? Why is the rival blue? How is that canon? I don't know. Is it because he was named Red in Gold and Silver? I'm not sure. It bothers me to this day. I've never bothered to like actually look it up. Like, why is he red? Why isn't is the rival blue because he was blue in the original Japanese as well? Because no, because the original Japanese was red and green, which also bothers me. I understand why they made that choice. Like, they couldn't have 3 games, or rather, I don't understand why they picked Venusaur over Blastoise. I mean, come on. Either way, so back to, I had Dark Blastoise and base set Blastoise Holo, rare Holo. Oh, I was so proud of those buddies. Oh, they were my pride and joy. If I'd lose all my other Pokemon cards and I only had those left, I'd be a happy camper back then. But me and a friend, we made a deal. I'll trade him my Blastoise. He'll trade me his Venusaur. And then in a while, like, I don't know why we did this. Like, we were both like, yeah, this is a fair deal. This is smart. We're so smart. We'll both, like, we'll trade the cards. We'll keep them for a while, and then we'll trade back eventually. And then everybody just stopped trading Pokemon cards. Like, nobody brought them to school or anything anymore. And then ever since then, I've just kept the Venusaur. He kept the Blastoise. I don't know what he did with it. He probably might have thrown it away already. It's in the trash. It's burned since long ago. But I got the Venusaur. So I actually had Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. I had Dark Charizard. Like Team Rocket's Charizard or something. I'm not sure what it's called. It was non-holographic though, so that's like the bummer. I think I had. Did I ever have a holographic like base Charizard? I don't think I did. I don't think I ever had that. But I was a hustler though. I did not get a lot of Pokemon cards from my family. Like, when I wished for them, they're like, no, we can give you better presents. Those cards, who cares? You're gonna get some better stuff. You're gonna get some other toys that you can play with. The cards, you're just gonna lose interest in those cards. And they were right. I lost interest, but hey, they did not decline in value. Like 90% of those cards are still worth, like, I don't know, like $1 a piece or something. Maybe not that much, but like I actually went through all my old Pokemon cards in the folder that I have, and yeah, like a lowball estimate on all of them. I think I reached like maybe $500 for the entire collection, like old hollows and stuff included. And then I basically all the hollows that and this is like going by the TCG player .com. Like I just went there, like I typed in the name of the card, I found it, and then like the market, like I found like the lowest listing of all of them, and then I just went by that price. And lowest listing seems to be like they're quite damaged versions, so maybe it's worth more. I don't know. About $500 for the like my old collection, and since then like I bought the new cards. I don't know. I got the what's it called? Not the Vespion. It's one of the evolutions. I got the alternate card, a V, like super rare. Ooh, it's a real pretty card. But I looked that up and was like, hey, $80. That's awesome. Now I just need to find one more of those so I can give it away, or not give it away, sell it. I want to make my money back somehow, but I don't want to get rid of the first, like, ooh, this card, man, this card. So that's, I guess that's a problem in of itself. Like I want to collect these cards, but I don't want to get rid of them. So I can't really make any money back with my cards until I start finding duplicates. And this set of cards, I think they're called the Evolving Skies. It seems like they're running out. People are just buying them up. You can find them still, but they're like quick conversion here. Yeah, they're like $230 from the sources that I can find. I've seen some on Amazon, but they're like, can you trust the Amazon ads? Like this one seemed like I'm looking at one that seems to be legit, and it's like $160, 180, but I'm not sure. Whoa, would you look at that? There we go. If you look at the video version, I kind of flipped around there by typing in numbers, saw my hotkeys. But yeah, either way, I'm really hooked on Pokemon cards right now. We'll see how long it lasts though, because I'm that kind of person. I get hooked on something, I dive deep into it for like a month, 2 months, and then I just drop it because I'm like, I got bored. Well, that was just like $500 for whatever. And you know what? That is an important thing that I maybe not truly believe, but I really believe that if you waste money on something that you might not have need for in the future, as long as you enjoyed yourself while wasting that money, I feel like it's completely fine, as long as it doesn't affect your like well-being or the well-being of others around you, of course. As long as you live healthy and well, just waste that cash and like just get that happiness. Maybe it works for me, at least. I find something that I enjoy, I get into it, I do it for a while, and then if I drop it, well, that sucks, but that's fine. Yeah. That was, oh my god, I've been rambling on for like almost half an hour. This felt way shorter than when I talk about Trolldom. I feel like I just have it's way easier for me to just ramble on about this when compared to Trolldom, because Trolldom I don't want to divulge everything about it as well. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram or ArtStation, feel free to do so. The links are in the description. At least here on YouTube, if you're watching the video version. If you're listening to the podcast, I hope they're in the description. Otherwise, you can find me on Instagram. I am Mr. Goblinier. On Twitter, I am Robin Doff, ROBIN.DOFF. And on ArtStation, I am Doffman, DOFFMAN. I hope you have a great day, and I'm going to stop rambling. Goodbye.